Hi everyone, it's Caroline here again, Caroline Murphy-Bennis for my Friday reading from Declare Republic, A Free State of Mind. This week I've decided to pick at the poem called Time, and this is actually it rolls on a little bit from last week's video, which was A Wrinkle in Space-Time. So we talked about, the body as an hourglass and how it contains, it's a time vessel, we'll say. And this poem talks about our relationship to time on a kind of deeper level and how it's relative. It's relative to where we are on our journey during life and how that relationship changes as, our age, as we mature, and also how we use it, and then how we can become one with it to become replenished. And the inspiration for the poem came actually from trying to find a way to express a realization that I had that was something that I thought was, could only be expressed in an equation. And I didn't have the skills in understanding physics to be able to equate this revelation into a physics equation. But when I went to look, I found Einstein's theory of relativity was exactly what I was trying to express in its absolute simplicity, in the fact that everything is relative to each individual, and that the portal of presence actually brings us into a timeless existence. So this poem then came from that as a way of trying to, it's like an equation with words which explains this kind of concept around our personal relationship with time and how we kind of can navigate that, and then when we can actually enter into it. So I'll read it to you and I'll just reflect a little bit afterwards too. It's coupled with this beautiful picture from Denise Boland, a good friend of mine from college, and it's the Glencar waterfall, which inspired W.B. Yeats in some of his poetry, and it's a very special, beautiful place, and it's wonderful because it's like that opening into the underground and the falling of water, where I kind of, in this poem talk about time, and I kind of mix it with our understanding of water and how it flows. So it's called Time. Time to some is so plentiful. It crashes on the cliff, smashing into seconds and disappearing into hours. Time to many is so precious that it's contained in a glass, stared at and carefully sipped. Time poured lavishly into busyness, splashed, slurped, guzzled, but still athirst. An internal drought, a dry hole in which liquid needs to pour from replenishment. Time to become time, to unite with it, to collapse into the equation of peace. Time to dissolve. So yeah, it's very much, time when we're young, it's so plentiful. We just splash it around. We don't think of, we have that carefree attitude that we live forever and we're just one with life and, expressing ourselves in a beautiful, free way. And then, sometimes in time, people who, are told that they have serious illness, it becomes very precious. It becomes, so scarce, and it's sipped and it's contemplated so deeply because there's not much left of this precious commodity. And then in middle age, we're splashing it around busy and really not valuing it and not really feeling the beauty of life, because we feel we have all these expectations put on top of us. And then to unwind, we feel, we're just guzzling it and just, not really becoming replenished in any kind of solid, rich